Good day everyone, I am Shmhia Flores, a student nurse, and today I will be demonstrating the proper hand washing. Hand washing is the most effective way to prevent the spread of microorganisms in our hands. In doing hand washing, the equipment that we will be using is a liquid or bar soap, a tissue or a paper glove, lotion is only optional, and a sink with a running water and a trash can. So before proceeding to the actual procedure, inspect first if your nails is short, because short nails are less likely to harbor microorganisms. Scratch a client or puncture blocks. Also, remove all the accessories in your wrist to your hands. These accessories may have also microorganisms, but not just visible to our naked eye. So in addition, check your hands for break-ins the skin, such as hangnails or cut. This can be a risk for transmission of infectious organisms due to the chance of acquiring or passing on an infection. So moving on to the procedure. First, stand in front of the sink. Do not let your uniform touch the sink during the washing procedure, because the sink is considered contaminated and uniforms may carry organisms from place to place. Next, remove all jewelries except for wedding rings, because removal of any other jewelries facilitates proper cleansing. Next, turn on water and adjust force. So water splashed from the contaminated sink will contaminate your uniform, so better ensure that the force of the water is just enough to flow in your hands. Now, you will now get the hands from wrist area, pointing fingers towards the bottom of the sink. So water should flow from the cleaner area towards the more contaminated area. So wrist is considered as the cleaner area, then the hands that is more contaminated. So now adjust the flow so that the water is flow. Warm water removes less of the protective oil of the skin than hot water. And note that always hold hands lower than the elbow so that the water will flow from the arms to the fingertips. So water should flow from less contaminated area to the more contaminated area. So use bar soap or liquid soap. So if the soap is liquid, apply 4 to 5 ml. So if it is a bar soap, rub them firmly between hands. Because if using a bar soap, always wash the soap first to free the soap from the bubbles. Because bubbles must be created from the previous wash, and this may contain microorganisms. So always wash the bar soap before using. Next, thoroughly wash performing all friction motions. First, rub your hands palm to palm. Next, right palm over left dorsum with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Next, palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Next, backs of fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Next, rotational rubbing of left palm clasped in the right palm and vice versa. So continue this friction motion for about 30 seconds. So next, clasp your fingers and rub it on your right palm and vice versa. Next, using your right hand, rub your wrist in a circular motion and vice versa. So the length of hand washing is determined by degree of contamination. So use brush or fingernails and the other hand to clean the nails. So nails underneath had high exposure to microorganisms, so clean it thoroughly. Now, rinse thoroughly with running water to rinse the organism and dirty things. So it's back for removing the cloth. So dry hands and wrist with a paper towel or cloth so that it will prevent the skin from chapping. Then turn off the faucet with a new paper towel. This is to prevent from picking up microorganisms from the faucet handles and dispose it to the trash can. So if available, use lotion on hands to keep the skin soft and prevents chapping as well. And now your hands is clean and safe. So after making sure that your hand is now clean and safe, you can now proceed to open gloving. So before proceeding to the procedure, review first the client's record to know if the client has allergies in latex. So if yes, sew non-latex gloves. Also, check the right size of gloves and make sure that your gloves is tight enough for your hands so that the objects are easy to pick up. So next, make sure to ensure the sterility of the package, check for small holes, and remove all jewelries. Artificial nail, extenders or cheap nail polish should be removed. So inspect hands for sores and abrasions. So let's proceed to the procedure. So open the package of sterile gloves without contaminating the inner package, and please place it in a clean dry surface. So any moisture on the surface could contaminate the gloves, so make sure not to contaminate it. So open the inner package carefully, not contaminating the surface of gloves so that the inner surface will remain sterile. So put the first glove on the dominant hand by touching the inside cuff of the glove. Do not touch the outside of the glove. So pull glove completely over dominant hand. So note that the hands are not sterile. By touching only the inside of the glove, you can avoid contaminating the outside. So leave the cuff in place once the unsterile hands release the glove. So attempting to further unfold the cuff is likely to contaminate the glove. So put the second glove on the non-dominant hand. So pick up the other glove with sterile gloved hand, inserting the glove fingers under the cuff and holding the glove thumb close to the glove top. So pull on the second glove carefully. So do not allow fingers and thumb of glove dominant hand to touch any part of exposed dominant hands. So once gloves are on, interlock gloves hands and keep it at least 6 inches away from clothing, keeping hands above waist level and below the shoulders. So this step prevents the accidental touching of non-sterile objects or the front of the gown. So we will now proceed with the next step. It is the removal and disposal of the gloves. So after everything we did in the laboratory, we will now be removing the gloves. So to remove gloves, Grasp the outside of the cup or palm of the glove and gently pull the glove off. So turning it inside out and placing it into the other hand that has gloves. So doing this prevents the contamination of the hand when removing gloves. So take ungloved hands and slide fingers inside the remaining glove and pull glove off by turning it inside out over hand. So these steps prevents the contamination of glove hand touching and gloved hands. So discard used gloves using the inside wrapper in appropriate container. Then perform hand hygiene to remove powder from the gloves, which can irritate the skin. So it also prevents contamination from potential pinholes in the gloves.